mean, what about a job? I mean, what about the
Oh,
gas?
we live. Carl, you're muted.
We live?
We're
Yes,
live.
we're live.
We're live. We are
We,
live.
we,
We're live. What's
we,
up,
we
everyone?
are live. Yeah.
What up, Tiff? What up, Trev?
Hey,
Hey.
Cass. Hey, Carl.
Y'all
I
could
have.
give me a warning that we're going live. I just put food in my mouth.
Yeah, because you was all in your own little world.
How's
Hey,
everybody doing?
everybody.
Hope
Welcome,
everyone's well.
welcome.
Scooby D2, I see you started commenting early. You don't even Scooby D2 doesn't even wait for the show to start. He starts commenting off the title.
Oh, what he done said already.
Because of course today we're gonna talk about Nikki Haley saying America is not a
It's
racist
not
country.
racist, yeah.
So I titled it, oh, well, you never hear a German say Germany is not an anti-Semitic country, right? They just accept that the Holocaust happened and they try to make better. Whereas in America, they try to deny that slavery happened and they try to deny that, America was built on racism, which, so we're going to get into it today. We're also going to talk about the bodies. 271 bodies were found behind a jail in Mississippi.
Yes.
And Ben Crump is all over that. So, that should be interesting. Also, we have some videos of some Hispanics explaining why they do better than Black people.
Can't wait to hear that.
So, Black people, get your number 2 pencils out. Get your pads, your paper. Get your family gather around because the Hispanics are going to tell us why is it they do better than the Black people in America.
Is there any Hispanic billionaires and millionaires in America?
There must be.
I know. I done been around some rich Spanish Mexicans and Spanish people.
So
they got money. They comfortable.
They're gonna show us how to do it. They're gonna show us how to do it. So pay attention.
Right.
And also some people on the street were interviewed who they're gonna vote for, Trump or Biden. Majority of them were of the Black persuasion, and they gave their opinion and they on who they're going for this year. So it should be a very, very interesting show. So please tell your friends, your family. Please like, share, subscribe. And Tiffany, you want to do the honor of your...
Yes, we do not own the rights to this content. This is fair use only, educational purposes only. This is our opinion only. Please make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment.
All right. So here we go. We're going to play our theme song, our hit song, Rising, number 2 on the Billboard charts.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow, the Black Therapy Show. We in a safe space, dealing with the Black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know it, Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany. You have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God up above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Let's go.
If you guys see, I have a funny looking right eye. It's because I got up the other morning and my eye was swollen shut.
Oh.
Yeah, what's going on? And then I was able to open it just a little bit, but now it's got like this huge thing on top of it, so I have no idea what's going on.
Oh wow!
I don't know if I
take your behind to the doctor.
I wasn't gonna say nothing about it. I knew you've been hanging out with Mike Tyson though recently, so I figured.
I don't know. I don't
like,
any Haitians off. Anybody's working any voodoo on me or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Hope you'll be okay, man.
Yeah, it's getting a little better. So to get into it today, America is not a racist country. And I want everyone watching the show to know that there's no such thing as racism. America was built on people that were paid equally.
Yeah, right.
In case you didn't know. And here is a person who's trying to be the president of our country to enlighten you folks on why you should love America.
Are you involved in a racist party?
No, we're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country. Our goal is to make sure that today is better than yesterday. Are we perfect? No. But our goal is to always make sure we try and be more perfect every day that we can. I know I faced racism when I was growing up, but I can tell you today is a lot better than it was then. Our goal is to lift up everybody, not go and divide people on race or gender or party or anything else. We've had enough of that in America. That's why I'm so passionate about doing this. I don't want my kids growing up where they're sitting there thinking that they're disadvantaged because of a color or a gender. I want them to know that if they work hard, they can do and be anything they want to be in America.
Involved in a racist party?
No. We're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country.
Well, then use your real name. Yeah, use that Punjabi name that your Punjabi parents gave to you. You don't get to gaslight the entire country by invalidating the experiences of people of color just because you got to handpick a name that makes you sound like a background character in One Tree Hill to appease your base. Use your name. I don't want you to just use your real name. I want you to put it on the ballot in New Hampshire. Then I want you to go down to your home state in South Carolina and put it on that ballot. And then I want you to report back to me about how there's no racism in this country. Use your real name, Nimrata, because I think you're going to find out. Just like how Bobby Jindal found out that the only thing a token's good for is getting spent.
We're not a racist country. We're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country. Our goal is to make sure that today is better than yesterday.
Somebody who wants to be the president of the United States to say something that stupid. When you heard it, you're like, oh, can you? I wish I could go back on my TV because, you know, when some people, somebody.
To rewind it to see.
Because you can't think that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't think that racism doesn't exist in this country. Like, you know, right now, like I say, America was built on racism. Like I say, segregation, Jim Crow, slavery. Even now we got anti-Semitism that's through the roof. But in the last couple of years, Asian people have been getting mistreated.
Well, she has a town hall tomorrow night, Jake Tapper.
You know what I want to do?
What?
Listen, I want all the black people here in New York. We're going up to New Hampshire. We're going to have the whole audience black. That's what we're going to do. And when Jake Tapper said we got a question, we're going to all raise our hand at the same time. If I could get, it's cold out here right now. If I could get.
Something tells me there's not very many black people in New Hampshire, so maybe you might have to cover New York.
Well, because I think that the reason she said that everything's rosy with black people, she's been in New Hampshire an hour for the last 2 months. She ain't seen no black people.
Facts.
All right, so that was just a picture of Nikki Haley, aka her real name is Nimrata, and of course she doesn't want. She's claiming America is not a. First of all, let me address what Charles Barkley said. He said something that went by very quickly, but he mentioned about recently Asian people being discriminated against. Like, why even bring that up? Like, I mean, how much racism has Asian people been dealing with in America, right? So why even mention Asian people? You don't have to go as far as Asian people. You can see black people stop right there. But he had to mention, well, you know, Asian people in the last couple of years, racism, blah, 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 blah.
We already know who he is. He is a part of the raccoon community, okay? We already know his... First of all, why would he, like you said, why would he even mention that? I'm not even paying him no attention, but what's going on with his mouth? Is something going on or something like that? Because you can see something is, I don't know if it's delayed or anything like that. I don't even know why they put that show together. They should close that show down. I don't even know. He can't say anything. This country was made off of racism. And Nikki Haley is an Asian. She's East Asian. She's from India, one of the top racist countries in the world.
She got a nose job. She lightened her skin.
Yeah, she's a white woman playing a white woman playing a white man.
You know, but like I said,
listen how she thinks.
Yeah, Why the denial? That's one thing I don't get. Why the denial? We know slavery happened. We've seen it happen. We know there's records of all the discrimination. There's videos of black people being like dogs, fire hoses. I mean the separation, white water fountain, black water fountain.
Documents.
You can't shop and try on clothes back in Jim Crow days. You can't. If I try on a hat, they would fucking throw it out.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're gonna sit up there and say, and it's just mind-boggling. And
because
I don't know
she don't walk our life. She wants
what
to be
they're
a
hoping
white
to
woman.
achieve. I mean, there's documentation of it. There's video. There's written stuff. It's all kind of documentation proving that America is and was founded on racism. So why not just admit it, try to do better, and let's see if we can, move forward. But to just pretend like it never happened, I don't know why people think that's a good strategy. Kevin, you want to jump in?
Yeah, well, that strategy works, like Charles Barkley said, where she was in, where was she at? New Hampshire. New Hampshire's a very, we know New Hampshire, Maine, that whole neck of the woods, and the population of black people is like 5, right? It's just not a lot of brothers up there, man. So, and I just, so she's playing to that audience, and she's playing to the Fox News audience also, so yeah, something popped in my head is something as important as picking the person that's going to run for president. How come it's places like Iowa and New Hampshire are such important places to win these caucuses when there aren't a lot of black people or Hispanic people or just people of color that live in these places? Anybody know the answer to that? Because New Hampshire and
They're the
Iowa
whitest towns.
are the whitest states and towns.
Those are the whitest towns.
They are, and those two, in the Ohio and New Hampshire caucus is like super important to win. To be able to say I'm running for president, you have to win those caucuses there. So
I never got it either.
That's a setup, I mean, because that doesn't represent the country. I mean, those two, New Hampshire and Iowa, do not recommend. I mean, do not represent what this country looks like.
Right.
Because the numbers of brown and black people aren't there in those places.
Very less, like 1 or 2%.
It's not a lot. It's not a lot.
Important Pennsylvania was until the last, the election a few years ago. I didn't know how important and how big it was.
Yeah, Pennsylvania is very big, and anywhere the electoral college is mostly white. That's why Trump won, because Trump actually didn't win the popular vote. Hillary Clinton beat him by 7 million votes,
right?
And still didn't become president, which is really weird because, like, if me and you are playing basketball and I have 7 million more points than you, that means I win the game. If I play basketball or football, for example, and Carl's team has 7 points and my team has 8 points, at the end of the fourth quarter, I'm going to win the game. Hillary Clinton had 7 million more plus Americans that voted for her to become president of the United States, and she didn't become president of the United States with 7 million more votes than Donald Trump, because he won in certain states,
like Iowa and stuff.
Iowa, and I think he took Pennsylvania, for example, states where the majority are white people. He won those states. Ohio is another very important state, and usually most people that lose Ohio don't become president. I mean, if you win Ohio, that you get so many, points for that. So yeah, you lose Ohio, 9 out of 10, you're not gonna become the president. I don't know why Ohio is such an important place in America.
It must be King of Whites is over there.
There's a lot of white people there. Trust me. I've been to Ohio. It's not that important.
Right. Not for us. I know that.
Not one of the most exciting places in America to go. So,
well,
but yeah, of the time it's all a setup. It's all a setup is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, most of those towns is white towns. They trying to get away from black people.
And I'm gonna push back on you and Carl. I'm a Charles Barkley fan. Now, I like Charles Barkley. I mean, first of all, I'm a big NBA fan, so I know a lot about basketball. I watch basketball, and I'm a big fan of Charles Barkley from his basketball days. And then, he's controversial. He says some things. I mean, look, none of us are perfect. He says things that he's boneheaded about, He's been a bonehead
All the
saying things he
time.
shouldn't say, He opens up his mouth. But I also think he's sincere that he cares about Black people. I mean, he does put money back into his community. He comes from a very poor community in Mississippi. He's put a lot of money back in. He put his money where his mouth is. He's gone back to his home state where he grew up at and put a lot of money into that community, so and he donates a lot of his money to HBUCs and stuff like that. So you can't criticize him and not give him props at the same time. If he's doing good things, you got to bring it up, Tiff.
Makes me warm and fuzzy. So if you feel like you need to express that he does
I'm
those
just,
good
I'm
things,
just,
so be
I'm
it.
just, I'm
But
just
he
kicking out the
doesn't make me
facts.
warm and fuzzy.
I'm just kicking out the
He
facts.
makes me dry.
I'm just kicking out the facts. It's just facts, baby. It's just facts. I'm just
All
saying.
right, whatever.
So it's just facts. So I mean, I don't think Charles Barkley is a complete asshole. I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think he has a bad heart. I don't think he's a bad
He's
person.
just an ignorant player. I
He,
don't know.
he
He's
makes
ignorant, smart player. I don't know. Some people are just ignorant to certain things, and when he says certain things, it just makes me scratch my head. Like, why?
But I mean, I just find it, and a lot of Black people try to do this. Like in the news, you see now they always say, well, Black and brown, and they always try to bring everybody in.
Right.
They never want to say specifically Black people.
They want to say people of color, or
yeah. Nobody wants to say I'm for Black people.
I agree with that. Yeah,
So
he didn't have to say that. He didn't have to bring up the Asian thing. You absolutely. I agree with that part of.
And he's Black.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We
but
don't mess with no Asians. We don't mess with no Asians. Nobody be messing around with no Asians like that.
Like we was just trying to be inclusive, you know what I mean? Because for some reason, we Black people always feel like we have to be all inclusive, but other groups don't feel like they have to include us in their group. But we always feel like
and they don't.
And you want to hear something? I actually looked up, right? I actually looked up the most racist country in the world, and America wasn't even on the list. Do you see how deep that is? Hold on. I'm just going to name just a few, okay? That's the top on the list. Number 10 is South Korea. Number 9 is South Africa. Number 8 is Palestine. Number 7 is Kuwait. The next one is Philippines. The next one is Egypt. The next one is Libya. The next one is Bahrain. And then the next one is Lebanon. And then the top one is India.
Well, hold on for a second. Now,
that's
the most racist towards what, though?
They don't want to be around any other cultures. They want to stay inside their own, their culture. They don't want to be around people of no other, just nobody. They just want to be around their own.
Well, America's biggest sin was, and no other country has done this, is cattle slavery.
Right.
We're known for cattle slavery. We sold people as like animals,
right?
And being racist is one thing, but cattle slavery was a whole new thing that America invented it. Basically, where they sold off millions of Africans into cattle slavery. Like animals, and basically brand them and put them into slave ships, and brought them over here and treated them like worse than an animal. It's insulting to even say they treat like animals, because we know how white people love animals. They treat these people like they weren't even human beings. They treat them like monkeys, right? Nobody likes monkeys, right?
I thought monkeys was cute. But yeah, you're 100%. And I only mention that because the number one country is India, and that's where her family's from. So for you to come here and not be proud of your country, knowing that they come from a caste system, you changed your whole identity. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't even know she was Indian until this young podcaster, and I actually put it on my TikTok. This young podcaster came out and he said something and showed the whole picture of her family. That's not white. I don't know if she's married to a white man or whatever.
She's married to a white man.
Yeah,
Yes.
she is Indian. She, like you said, she got nose done. So you over here perpetrating a fraud. And what's his name, Miss Rami or whatever? He dropped out just recently. He's another one that's an East Asian. You understand what I'm saying? And now I don't know. I'm hearing that DeSantis is done dropped out now.
He even dropped out. Already endorsed Trump.
Running right to Trump.
Already endorsed Trump.
Endorsed Trump.
Everybody that drops out is going to endorse Trump because they all got to kiss the ring of Trump. DeSantis.
I think he rigged some time. I know they'd all be cool. I learned that with the Obamas. You know, we really got into the elections when the Obamas came in. Come on, let's just keep it real. We was like, damn, I learned so much. But they were all against each other. Then the next thing you turn around, they all eating with each other. They chilling, acting like none of this ever happened. Like they just didn't disrespect you on the main street. You know, they all cool with each other. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Let me shout out Donna. What's up, Donna?
Hey, Donna.
David. Norma Staley. What's up, Grandma? That's Tanya's grandma. She's our grandma. She said, welcome everyone. Was out with my lupus, much better.
So better.
My birthday. Whoa, my birthday was December 16th, was 73. Happy to be back. Miss you all. God bless. Love always, Grandma Norma. Thank you, Grandma Norma.
Grandma Norma, we love you.
Happy belated birthday.
Yes, happy belated birthday.
We promised we wanted to have her on the show when Tanya was on the show, but I'm sure she would still be willing to come on because we wanted to hear about what it was like. I'm sure Tiffany, your mom, could tell us what it was like back in the Jim Crow days. We wanted to hear from someone that could actually.
Well, she was, how can you say? My mother was raised in the Bronx, so they did more of the 40s and 50s growing up when they started burning down all those buildings. So she can tell you more of the migrating down to Brooklyn from that.
Now, my family's from the South.
Yeah,
my family's from Southern Maryland.
She's a New Yorker.
Virginia. Okay, so yeah, Southern Maryland and Virginia.
Yeah,
those are very racist places. Yeah.
So since we were talking about Nikki Haley and we got into a bit of Trump, I was going to do this kind of closer to the end, but since, I don't want to go back to it, but I'm going to show you some people that were interviewed and asked if they were going to go for Biden or Trump.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so here we go.
Biden or Trump? Biden. In 10 words or less, why? I am a woman. Trump's going to jail.
Definitely Biden, not the grifter.
Biden.
Trump or Biden?
Yeah, I hate Trump. I think he's a stupid fuck. He's not nothing for the damn for us. He's for the companies. Biden, all the way.
I support Biden all the way. Biden is, I call him cool hand Biden. You want to hear what I think about Trump? Fuck Trump. That's the way I feel about him. Fuck him.
Trump or Biden?
Oh, there's no question.
What do you say?
It's got to be Donald Trump. But Biden's not going to save this country.
I thought he already did. He gave us good gas prices and all that.
Biden is in deep shit. First of all, it's a shame because the man, the man is not healthy. He's not. He has physical problems. What
do you think about the stimulus checks, though?
The what?
The stimulus checks.
Well, yeah, I guess the country needed to do some of that, but that's not that shouldn't be where we want to go in the end. Hey, I got to go. Good talking.
All right, you have a nice day.
If the election was tomorrow, who would you vote for, Trump or Biden?
Trump.
Why?
Because now you got this immigrant. Trump's for everyone. Biden normally put no work.
If Trump is in a jail cell, would you vote for him?
Yeah. America first.
Oh, so you're saying Trump 2024?
Yeah. Trump 2024.
Trump or Biden?
I ain't gonna lie. Trump, my mother dog.
Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
When Joe Biden spoke on the black community, this mother had the nerve enough to say if we don't vote for him, then we not black. Well, guess what, Joe? I ain't vote for your ass, and I'm as black as the mother concrete.
How do you feel about Trump getting indicted?
They need to free my boy. He been exposing, and they don't like that. Trump 2024, my brother.
They know they can't get him for none of the real shit. Get it, gang. Free him.
I ain't used to like that, but now, bro, I realize that he meant well for the country, bro. We need that back. Free Trump. Trump 2024.
How do you feel about Trump being taken off the ballot in Colorado?
I think it's bull. I'll write him in if I have to.
I think it's unconstitutional.
I don't think it's right.
Why?
Because he hasn't been convicted of anything. You know, I mean, I'm not his fan, but I don't think anyone should tell anyone who can run or not.
I just know right is right, wrong is wrong. Everybody got a voice, and you know what I'm saying? Nobody should be silent for their truth.
Trump 2024, you know what I'm saying? Forever. That boy, free Kodak, man.
If the election was tomorrow, would you vote for Trump or Biden?
Trump.
Neither. Is there another candidate?
It's only Trump or Biden. Like,
Okay, Biden.
so you say Trump and you say Biden?
You said Trump?
Yeah.
Why?
Trump give us all the bread.
I guess.
Why you say Biden?
I don't have a reason. I don't want to say Trump.
Why?
Didn't he like build a wall against the Mexicans?
It's more than just that. Trump has.
He's a bad person.
No,
Why?
I don't know.
How's he bad?
Because he's a bad person.
Trump was questionable in certain aspects, but he was actually a man of action. So that's why what I like about him. Biden, he's just more like going with the flow, from what I can tell. Trump is more actionable.
Do you think that like Trump's getting more popular?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
He's getting more
because
popular.
he's going to jail. First of all, you got a Trump shirt on. That's why you asked that question, huh?
You like this shirt?
No.
I mean, I think it looks pretty fly, personally.
I ain't gonna lie. That's some drip right there. I ain't gonna lie.
Would you say that Trump has secured the black vote?
Yeah, most likely.
You say no?
No. Maybe the rappers. A lot of rappers coming out saying, "Oh, I like Trump. I like Trump." I don't know what they say that for surprise factor. I don't know why they're saying that.
For one, he freed Kodak. He freed one of the Zoes. You know what I'm saying? Man of action.
When he freed the Zoes? Biden did that.
Biden not free Kodak.
Oh, Kodak? No, my bad. I thought you meant the Zoes. My bad.
You'd vote for Trump if it's tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd vote with Trump.
Yeah. What would you tell him if he's watching this video?
Man, Trump, no. Hey, get us that bread. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Gonna lower our taxes.
Trump,
Yeah.
free all my in Haiti. That's what I say.
That was cute.
So it looks like Trump got the black vote wrapped up. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, because black people like those stimulus checks, man, and they like you know. First of all, like Trump is a smart guy. Like, I'm gonna give him a little bit of credit. He put his name on all the stimulus checks that went out. Right? Remember that? Now he had his name on all those stimulus checks.
Advertisement.
So all those black people got those stimulus checks thanking Trump for it.
Trump checks.
What they don't know is that Trump and all the Republicans voted against the freaking check. That's what they don't know. Every Republican, not one Republican voted for stimulus checks for Americans. They all voted against it. The reason the stimulus checks got out because the Democrats had the House at the time, and they were able to pass the bill for the checks. And after all the Republicans said, fuck the Americans, we're not going to give them any money, the Democrats gave the money over to the Americans, and Trump still put his name on the checks to take credit for something that his party was against.
Yeah, some people
You learn a lot of shit when you watch this show, ladies and gentlemen.
But that one brother that said he's voting for Trump because he freed Kodak Black. I mean,
Kodak Black.
Yeah.
That was just born yesterday.
And a lot of rappers, I'm sorry, Tiff, go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Tiff. A lot of rappers are voting for. He's right about the rappers are coming out for Trump. Rappers have always been for Trump. If you think about Trump's name was mentioned in so many rap songs back in the day, right? Before he even thought about being president or ever ran for president, rappers were on Trump. They rapped about him in their songs. I want to be like Trump, But now, a lot of these rappers are the rich ones, the Ice Cubes of the world, all these guys who got millions of dollars, they vote for Trump for the tax breaks because Trump is for rich people. Trump is for rich people. What did Dave Chappelle say when he was in the voting line in Ohio? He's with all the poor white Trump supporters. And he looked at him and said, Trump is for me because I'm rich, not for you, you dumb MFers, so, and that's true. Dave Chappelle's like, I'm rich. He's helping me. He ain't helping y'all. So rich people benefit for having Trump in office because Trump passed tax bills to help rich people keep their money. So if you're a multimillionaire, you don't want to pay a lot of taxes. 9 out of 10, Trump's going to help you out.
And not one of them said what they was going to do for Black Americans.
I mean, it was called like the guy that talking about he freed Kodak. Is that why you're going to vote for Trump because he freed Kodak Black? I don't even know who that is, but I'm assuming
it's a rapper from Florida. It's that was ignorant. That's ignorant. He don't know his history. He don't know about voting. And remember, this is a marketing era. He know. Trump knew what he was doing when he let him out. So a young man like that can say, he freed Kodak Black. He got my vote. He gave us some money. He can give me that vote. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, when he did that insurrection and you let them crazy tiki torches people go up there and do that, I was done. And I never even voted for him. I thought he was too much of a cocky white man anyway. He's just my white though. I like my white people like that. Let me know who you are. Straight up front. I don't want you to be laughing up in my face and calling me a nigga in the background. Tell me in my face. And Trump is definitely that person and all his people he run with. Don't never get it twisted.
I was watching CNN a couple hours ago, and Trump's about to make a speech, one of his campaign stops. I think he's in New Hampshire, somewhere, wherever he's at. And
a white town.
Yes. And I forgot what town he was in. Patricia and I was watching the news. But they were showing the audience. He hasn't arrived yet, but they're showing the audience. Of course, they were all white. But then when I saw it, I pointed out to Patricia. I said, look at that. They're Confederate flags. Confederate flags.
Message.
At the Trump rally, there were Confederate flags.
Confederate flags.
I wish I'd have brought this to your attention, Carl, so you could have put it on in our show. It's too late now, but
we got enough time.
There's a church. There's a pastor. I think he's in Maine. A pastor that turned his whole church into a Trump store. So in his store, he has nothing but Trump memorabilia all over the church. He turned his church into a Trump store. You now can go into this church 7 days a week and buy all Trump stuff, Trump t-shirts, Trump bumper stickers, Trump mugs, whatever. But inside that church was Confederate flags. I saw with my own eyes.
They should be banned.
And this is a pastor. This is a freaking pastor with Confederate flags in his church for sale. Now, I saw this with my own eyes because I was traveling down to Myrtle Beach last year to perform in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And when you go through North Carolina, about 2 miles away from the state line that goes into South Carolina, there's a trailer set up on this corner, and it's been there for years. This big trailer, and it has nothing but Trump stuff all over it for sale. And there's Confederate flags there, Confederate flags, Trump posters and bumpers, stickers, and every type of Trump thing you can think of.
That's probably why he wouldn't get my vote. Is because of those Confederate flags.
That's his people. That's the people that vote for him. That's his people.
Don't the black people that we just saw in that video, don't they know and see that? I mean, doesn't that bother them?
They don't see it because the average person doesn't know their history, Carl and Tiff. The average person doesn't even watch the news. You think that brother who just said Trump got Kodak Black out, you think he's watching CNN? Yeah. You think he's watching our show? You think he's listening to Urban View on Sirius XM? Yeah. You think he listens to Joe Madison in the morning? You think he listens to Karen Hunter in the evening? You think he's listening to any black pundit? You think he's listening to anybody? He's not. Exactly. That's talk. Any black podcast that's bringing the heat and bringing the truth. He's not educated. Only thing he knows is that Trump got out Kodak Black. The other brother, only thing he knows is that Trump put some stimulus money in his pocket and Biden didn't. People are voting with their emotions, and I get it. It's been a tough. It's been tough. The economy's been tough. Gas prices have been high.
Donna says my black people never fail to disappoint. She said, They never fail to disappoint. Well, Donna Sanchez said that here's some more disappointment.
Do you think that Joe Biden should run for re-election in 2024?
No. He's a politician. I don't believe in that.
I think they should have never let Trump leave.
They should have never let Trump leave?
He was here, it was great. He helped a whole lot of people get some money.
If Trump was watching this video, what you telling him?
Beat them charges, man. Come back, be president again, man. We fuck with you.
And you say Trump 2024?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Trump 2024. Yeah, facts.
What do they mean by they make? I hear people say that all the time. They made more money when Trump was in office. When he, what do they mean by that? I didn't see.
Meaning that during the time that the pandemic happened, you know, a lot of people got the stimulus check. People also got the unemployment because he was in office during that time of the pandemic. So like he said, he signed the checks is because he was in office during that time. But a lot of people, including me, we, you know, got stimulus and they got the unemployment. People were making more money off of unemployment than at their jobs. People were bringing home almost $400 to $500, even $800 a week from unemployment and was able to get things, take care of themselves. You understand? So that's why people was feeling that. But a lot of people don't know. A lot of that stuff you got to owe back. You know, or you have people that are on fixed incomes, or you have subsidy housing. They add to that. They added those stimulus checks. You understand what I'm saying? So you still, regardless, has to either pay it back or pay some of it back. Yeah, it was cute for that moment. Yeah, I get it. You know, but his behavior as a human being is really ridiculous. Like you said with the Confederate flags, he should tell all his supporters if he wanted Black people even to be a part of him, he should put those Confederate flags down. Confederate flags need to be in the museum with all of those statues that had a part in racism or the demise of Black people.
Well, Donna asked if you think Trump is going to make DeSantis his VP.
Probably.
I think he will, because I think DeSantis is the reason DeSantis dropped out the race today, and the reason DeSantis didn't get further in the race. Here's the point: if Trump wasn't running, DeSantis would be in the lead, right? The front runner by a lot of points, because he is Trump. He's Trump Jr. And these Trump supporters are going, well, Trump is still alive and Trump is running. We don't need you. Mm-hmm. So we're going to vote for the man. We're not going to vote for, you know, that's like, look, we're not going to, we're not going to go to Las Vegas and see, the only reason we go to Las Vegas and see Michael Jackson's show because Michael Jackson's dead. But if Michael Jackson's alive, we're not going to go see a fake Michael Jackson show, right? So that's the same thing. Trump is still alive. So why we don't need a fake Trump. We got the real Trump. And DeSantis is a fake Trump. I mean, he wants to be Trump. He ran as Trump, and he didn't get anywhere because Trump is in the race.
Yeah, and then he's a pure white man. Let me tell you something. America, they would rather pick Trump. What I'm noticing with these numbers, they would rather pick Trump before they pick DeSantis. That's why he dropped his ass out. Chris Christie dropped out also. You understand? And this young lady, you really think they're gonna let Nikki Haley, somebody that's not even she's not even a white woman.
You know, she's not gonna win. She's not. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of people's. It's an insult. She's not gonna win.
And she said this country ain't racist. She's definitely not getting my vote.
Here's proof that Trump loves Black people.
African Americans built this nation. You built this nation. You know, you're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to you built the nation. We all built it, but you were such a massive part of it. Bigger than you were given credit for. Does that make sense? Right?
That bigger sound like a nigga. I swear I saw him. He said nigga, but he said bigger.
Trump goes, all these presidents, even Biden's guilty of this. I hate it, man. I hate when they go to these black churches and do this BS, man. Even Biden last week went to a black church in South Carolina. You know, it's so stay y'all butts out the black church, man. And I don't know why these African American preachers allow these guys to come into their church. You know, I just never bought into it. You know, politicians going to the black church to try to get black people to vote for them. It's just so insulting, you know. And for the ministers do it because ministers do anything for money, you know. And it's all about the money. You let Trump come to your church just because Trump is paying you some money under the table to come into your church. And these ministers love to take people's money, especially rich people. So
Yeah.
Trump going to these black churches, they'll think those ministers ain't getting a check. Of course they're getting a check.
Yeah, because they all about, listen, once the church started getting faith-based money, they lost a lot of their people coming into the church. It's all about money for them. So like you said, they got money, they got a check for him to be there and to have them in there being like, go Trump. No, I'm sorry. No.
There was a black preacher. There was a black preacher that used to be seen with Trump all the time when Trump was in office. And I mean, when Trump was running the first time, you don't even see him anymore. You haven't heard him. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't heard him. You ain't seen his face. You ain't heard nothing from him. He like disappeared off the face of the planet once Trump became president. They pay these guys to be out there, man. And this guy was with Trump. Every time you saw Trump, you saw this black minister talk in the Oval Office and at campaign speeches. Once Trump became president, that dude vanished like a
gone.
Like,
He was just a speaking point.
Yes, he was. And so was Diamond and Silk. Diamond and Silk, all them.
Yeah, those two. Diamond. God rest their soul. The other one.
Which one died? Silk or Diamond? One of them died.
Yeah, one of them died.
So Tiffany, Scooby D2 gave a little pushback on saying that India was the number1 most racist country in the world.
No, this is statistic. This is what I got. You know, alleged. Okay. This is what I got from online. I didn't do no survey. I didn't go out there and ask people.
Okay.
This is what I got from online that just was posted.
Okay, Scooby. So here's what Scooby said. He said, "Why is India racist? I spent like 2 years there. I don't think that's entirely true. It has elements of truth, but it's not the whole picture. It's an oversimplification and is misleading." So, like Tiffany said, she didn't do the survey. She didn't, she didn't go out to India. You know, she just got stuff off the internet and read it.
I got stuff off the internet because I just wanted to check out what was the most racist countries. And this was just put out. All of this, I told you, most of this stuff is alleged. Let me keep saying alleged. This is what I read.
If Scooby was white, Scooby, you're white. I think you're white. If Scooby's white, then of course.
Wait a minute. If Scooby's white,
Scooby's white.
They not bothering with them.
Of course.
If you're white, Scooby, but I'm just saying you what you see through your eyes is totally different from what we see through our brown eyes. Black, brown, whatever you want to call it. So it's totally different. It's nothing against you. Maybe they're not racist to you or to other people, but this is what they just have a list of. And I always heard of India having a caste system. They push their dark skin.
I'll tell you what, Scooby, you can't argue with. India, and anybody can look this up, is the #1 country for rape. India has the most rapes per capita than any other country in the world. So Scooby, look that up. And that's the absolute truth.
Look, I grabbed my pearls because I saw Slumdog Millionaire. That was an awesome movie. And I heard they tried to sell they tried to sell their own children after that movie. Let me tell you, look ahead. Thank you.
So Scooby might not have seen any racism in India, but you've probably seen some rapes. So some scrapes. Sorry, I don't think you can say that word.
Yeah, you can't say that. The R word.
Grapes. You probably saw some grapes in India. We're gonna move on from this topic, and in Mississippi, there were 271 bodies found behind a jail.
Mississippi needs a spiritual cleansing.
And it's getting pretty ugly in
200 bodies? That's a lot, Carl.
271 found.
Revealed 215 bodies were buried in unmarked graves behind a state jail in Jackson, of course. Attorney Ben Crump is now calling for an investigation. Families of the dead reportedly had no idea until last month. Some of them, those grave sites were only labeled by a number and a metal rod.
Arthur, this started with Dexter Wade's case back in March, right? He was an individual who was hit by a police officer, and his family thought he was simply missing, but he was dead and buried, and no one notified them.
Well, the thing about it is that he had identification on him, Isaiah, and the medical examiner gave it to the lead detective, who said he called, didn't get an answer, and they didn't worry about doing anything else. Buzzards were flying overhead, and we were trying to figure out, why are the buzzards flying overhead? But it's because they're putting them in shallow graves, and the only thing that they're putting them in is a body bag without embalming the bodies.
And what we're seeing here is over 200 people in this, what they consider a pauper's grave behind the county jail there. Many of them still think their family members, or thought their family members, were simply missing, but they were dead and buried and never got a call from any investigators, any law enforcement officials.
Pretty disgusting.
There you go.
2023, 2024, we still hearing stories like this.
Oh my gosh, they are burying them not properly. They're not embalming them, because he said buzzards was flying around.
Yeah, I said, let me correction. I had said 271. It was 215 bodies. And as you heard, one guy was out for a walk, got hit by a off-duty police chief. I don't know about police deputy. I don't know if he was off-duty, but he decided, instead of taking a guy to the hospital, he just threw him in the back of his police car and took him to the back of the jail where all the other bodies were and just buried him there. You know, the guy had his driver's license in his pocket, and like the guy said in the video, the medical examiner gave the driver's license to the police chief. Police chief claimed he called the guy's family and no one responded, so he just decided to just, bury him with all the.
How come this cop hasn't been arrested for murder? Because that's what that was.
Yeah.
Because was it he hit him? Was it an accident or he hit him on purpose? Because as far as I'm concerned, the guy could have been walking. He could have hit him on purpose at this point. Even if it's an accident, if you're a police officer and you hit somebody by accident, you're gonna get away with it because you're a cop, right? Most likely, especially in a place like Mississippi, you're a white cop. You hit a brother and he's injured. You're not gonna go to jail. You're a cop. For you to take the body,
that's one of the racist states in America.
Yeah, you're not going to get any time in jail. They go, oh, it was an accident. I didn't see him. He ran in front of my car. They're going to believe everything the cop says, the officer says, right? So for him to take the body and do that, it could have been an intentional hit. I'm just, my opinion, I don't even see how that could happen.
You know what made me think about that, Cav and Carl, is when Emmett Till died. And they already dug a grave for him to bury him. They wasn't going to even tell the parents until the mother, I think she put it, where it was like in a newspaper or something. And they got money together and they said no. And they had to bring his body all the way back. And then they told her she could not open the box. The mortician told her, you cannot open the box. This is what they told us to tell you. You can get in trouble. She told them, crack that box. And that's why she was able to show us the pictures of her son. They were trying to bury him way before she could even see him. So to know that they are still practicing this behavior, and Emmett Till, it's almost 60, 70 years he's been going there?
Yes.
No, it's ridiculous. It's horrible.
And then for somebody like Nikki Haley to stand up there and say America is not a racist country, and she went on to say has never been a racist country.
Yeah, because she's perpetrating a fraud. How can you believe anybody that don't even stand in her own culture? She's trying to be a white woman / a white man. It's just so funny because I'm telling you, I did not know. The same thing with Kamala. You know, she has a little color in her, but she's also a person that is also a East Asian descent.
Yeah. So I mean, people who say America is not a racist country, has never been a racist country, and then they don't understand why black people walk around with an attitude.
They never experienced it.
How can you not have an attitude? So Ben Crump's on it, and we just wanted to bring that piece of news to you. I mean, I guess we'd be following this story. It's going to be interesting. Apparently, when people died in the jail, instead of calling the family members, they just took the bodies out back and just buried them.
And that's so horrible because these are people, family members that was looking for their family, looking for their people, thinking they were missing, and they
don't care. They don't see us as human. They don't see us as human. We're just, and that's
I'm staying my butt out of Mississippi. I know that.
You not like Mississippi don't never have to worry, or the other racist country ever have to worry about me going over there.
And for all those black people that we saw that supporting Trump, a guy who has Confederate flags behind him, a guy that has the KKK behind him, a guy that has the Nazi Party behind him, and then we have black people voting for Trump because he freed a rapper. Black people that voted for Trump during the COVID time, they got more money. They got a check claiming they made more money. What about all the other shit?
And the check was from the Democrats. That's what's hilarious. The check wasn't even, no Republican voted for the check.
Yeah.
They didn't want
do your research.
Oh my God, people don't
do
read
your research
books.
about voting. Do your research. I think anybody, before you vote for anybody, do your research, weigh your odds out, and see what's going to be better. And if you don't like something, write to your council people. You have to do your due diligence as a person that live in America. If you feel a certain way, write letters or try to make change if you can.
Yeah. Oh my God. So how do you guys feel about the immigrants coming to New York City?
I saw a video of this Spanish guy in a Power to the People shirt saying that he coming here to take all our money. Y'all black people are lazy. He said y'all black people are lazy. And you looking at them like, what? Because you working for $6 and $7 an hour when we've been doing this for a very long time. And let me tell you something. You know how I recognize, and I saw this with my own eyes. So if y'all can't tell me this is alleged. How I saw the Spanish community grow. This is El Salvadorians, the Mexicans, all of them grow, especially in Long Island. They would be 5 in an apartment, like 5 families in an apartment, literally. And then they would switch times on who will work, who will what's for, and save their money. You understand? And then that's when they would get their houses. And this was back in 94, 95. So now they're owning houses now. So you can see the demographic has changed in Hempstead, Long Island, Roosevelt, and stuff like that. So they have their pattern on how they do it. But y'all would never, ever, if it wasn't for us black people, none of y'all would be where y'all at today.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's our blueprint. It's our black print. We put our black print in it. Say thank you.
Yeah, well, I've said this a gazillion times on this show, but people forget the shit that people had to deal with to make the road smooth for us to walk on. People forget. You show up to this country and everything, the war is over, and here we come. Now that the war is over, we don't have to fight, we don't have to do anything. We just walk in and start enjoying life.
Yes.
And
so, as Malcolm X said, divide and conquer. So most foreigners that come to America are basically, I hate to say the word taught, but already conditioned to be against African Americans. You know what I mean? Like they're conditioned somehow to already be against us. So, and there's almost like they say, okay, this is your competition, Hispanics. The blacks are your whites aren't your competition. Blacks are. You know, and so they're competing with us basically. They feel like, yeah, you know, well, blacks are lazy. They don't want to work, like Tiff said. When before Hispanic people came here, you know, black people did all the jobs that they're doing. Black people were landscapers, right?
All
When
of
I grew up, one of my family's best friends owned his own landscaping company, you know, and he was a black man. So, I mean, we were no Hispanic people running landscaping businesses when I was a teenager. You know, it was, you know,
No, and they got cheaper prices. That's why.
even
That's why they switched out.
even when you go to like no, I'm doing a show right now. Say hi and bye. Bye bye. Gotta go. Okay? I'm in the middle of a show. We can't interrupt the show. All right. Say hi, Angelo. Gotta go. Don't blow up my bye bye. Don't blow up my candle. I need my candle. Thank you. Go bye bye. I'm on a show. Bye bye.
Oh, I love little children. They're so sweet and peaceful.
I'll bring them over.
Thank you. We'll be having fun going places.
Yeah, I'll bring them over. I know you live. What was I saying? Damn, I lost my train of thought. So yeah, I mean, so all these jobs that they have now, even working at a car wash when I was, you know, young, you go to car wash, it was all
Black
brothers
people
there.
was doing that, yeah.
Like I said, landscaper, any construction. You go to a construction site when you know, back in the 70s, it was all black men. But now you go to a construction site, you look around, you don't even see a black man.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is they work cheaper. You know, that's the main thing is they work cheaper. You know, a brother wants $30 an hour now, and you're gonna get you know, a Hispanic man to come in and do it for $14 an hour. So, you know, these companies aren't gonna, you know, do that, you know.
But everything is going up around us.
You go
That
to
is
any,
true.
you see the Hispanics lined up outside waiting for someone to come pick them up.
Yeah. They've been like that for years, but my thing is everything is going up around us, but our pay is not going up. So when we ask for pay so we can be able to pay our bills, now it's too much. We need the money. Everything is going up. Rent is going up. The gas is going up. Just the price of everything, of breathing, is going up.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a shame. I mean, it just seems like they're not with us; they're against us. You know, I get this. I'm talking around Hispanic people. They you know, they feel like I'm their competition, and you know, but everybody's like that. Even you know, Indian people. You know, everybody. We are African people come here. I had an African guy tell me to my face, "Black people lazy, Kevin. Black people lazy, don't want to work." You know, I was like, "What?"
And we've been working this stro. We've been working this whole stro, America's whole stro, for a minute. And they're going to sit there and tell it. Listen, we work very hard. And you be honest, we as Black people, I know I don't be worried about what Spanish people doing. I don't worry about what Asian people doing. I don't worry about what white people. I'm worried what my Black ass is doing. Okay, that's it. I don't care. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to abuse nobody. It's nothing I'm going to gain from doing that. And to be honest with you, I think most Black people think like that. We have enough on our plate that we have to deal with. We have to deal with living our life, paying bills. We have to deal with our health. Shout out, we have to take care of our health. You understand what I'm saying? We got to deal with racism in America, indirectly and directly. Come on, we have too much to be worried about any culture player hating on us. God bless y'all, but we don't got time.
I got a couple of videos. One is from a Spanish guy, and then another one from a brother that's going to explain why Hispanics do better than Black people.
You know how y'all Black people look at us and say, damn, why is Chico driving that badass truck? Why is Amigo having that badass car? You know how that is? We stick together. Us Hispanics, we work together. We help each other out. as a Hispanic, you know what I have seen with black people? You guys are always trying to compete against each other. Who's got the better car? Who's got the better truck? Who's got the better bitch? Always comparing each other's shit. Always trying to fight each other. Always trying to put each other down. Y'all need to work together, like us Hispanics do. That's the difference between Hispanics and black people. That's why a Hispanic starts a business. Most of the time, he's successful because he's not doing it all by himself. He's got help.
The Hispanics do. 20 of them will be in one house. Black neighborhoods, while we fighting over who block that is, the Hispanics came in on the west side. They start with 20 of them in one house. Then they buy the house next door. Now it's 10 and 10. Then they buy the house next door. Now it's 5 and then we look up. They got the whole block now. We like, what the fuck going on? Yeah. Because we don't want to work together. We so busy trying to be a boss on our own and don't nobody want to do nothing to help nobody. We fucking up the program. White people, black people. Bro, I told myself the other day, it just popped in my head. I said, I'm going to tell my kids they can stay with me as long as they want to.
Okay.
I'm not about to get to the
18.
And it's time to go now. You can live with me the rest of your life as long as we are putting a plan together for this family to be successful. We all going to live together.
Any truth behind that? The Hispanic guy said, black. No?
Yes.
No, what's so bug is us as black people played ourselves and let them come to the table and call us nigger. Okay? You know how many times I have been around our Spanish brothers and sisters and they would just be like, nigger, nigger, nigger. And you like looking at them like, do you know where that name derived from? Like, it's just a lot. First of all, that's wrong.
But he's saying they help each other.
Two things can be true, right? So a lot of black people, Hispanic people, of course, are successful because of the black labor and the stuff that we laid out for them to be successful. Without Dr. King, none of their asses would be here, and the people like him, that opened doors to allow them to even be here, right? So, yes. But what he said about we don't stick together, that resonated. It made me think about the whole Cat Williams thing right now, I hate to bring the Cat Williams thing back up, but it broke the internet.
And
Over 50 million views. And in a nutshell, it was a brother talking about other brothers. And then other brothers coming out. And I'm not saying he's wrong, Tiff. He's probably right about everything he said. But the fact that broke the internet, 50 million views of a brother calling out other successful brothers, and then other successful brothers coming back at him, and this is still breaking the internet. This is still continuing. This is still like hot on the internet. Today I'm strolling and saw it. So it's still going on. Other people trying to get in that he didn't even talk about.
Yeah, because
I see one comedian come out and say, what was it? What's his name? Ari Spears came out and tried to get involved. He didn't call you out, Ari. Now you involved.
Sit down, him and Tiffany.
Everybody trying to get a piece of the action for publicity. I ain't gonna lie. I wish Cat Williams had said something about me. Shit, at this point, I'm pissed off being called my name. So I'm just saying, it's just everybody's trying to get a piece of the action. So in a sense, what the Hispanic man said is true, but it's not for you to say that.
Right. Thank
you.
You
don't have no right to say that. But what he said is true. It's just you shouldn't be saying it. That's all I'm saying.
There's some Spanish people that don't stick together either, or they like black people. They're more.
A lot of Spanish people don't stick together. There are a lot of Spanish people that are voting for Trump. And Trump Trump has a huge Hispanic following, huge Hispanic following,
Yes,
and they know as soon as Trump gets in office, all the undocumented Hispanics are out of here. And they're still going to go vote for him. So they're not even sticking up for their brothers and sisters trying to get a piece of this American pie. Because they got theirs. They got theirs. They got their business. Some of the Hispanics got their money. And now the ones that's jumping over the border trying to get where they are They're like, nah, I'm gonna vote for Trump. He can get y'all out of
That's what
here.
you just said it, because when he said that, I'm saying to myself, I know I just saw some Spanish people, the same Spanish that's saying that they don't want them over here. But
Right, they don't.
you
They
telling
voted
that
for
they
Trump.
y'all all
Get them
stick
out of here.
together. So he should have just kept his comment to himself. He did that for, like you said, likes and clicks, and to divide and conquer. Because again, we don't really worry about, we don't think about Spanish people. We don't think about, we got too much other stuff.
So highly flavored, highly favored. I always call her highly flavored. I guess I like your flavor, I guess.
Yeah.
Highly flavored said no lies detected. I guess she's referring to the Hispanic guy. She said facts. You know, we don't stick together.
Not all, but some of us do.
The other brother said like 20 Hispanics will live in a house, and then and then they buy another house, and then then be 10 and 10, then they buy another house, and it's 5 and 5, and they keep doing that until everybody has their own house. Same thing with white.
But remember, they came barefooted. We've been walking this for 500 years.
Yeah, but Tiffany, how long are we gonna keep saying that? How long are we gonna keep saying that? Maybe we can learn from other people.
I get it.
Yeah, it's kind of like why do so many Indians own gas stations, right? Like 20 of them would get together and buy one gas station.
I think that's rigged too. I think they give them businesses in our community faster than they would give it to us. Okay,
I agree with you,
I
Tiffany.
believe that they, with the loans, with money and everything, why would they come in our community and spit and use our money, but they don't even give that?
They don't live in our community. You're right,
a
Tiff.
lot of black-owned businesses in a lot of our communities.
Well, this is guy that called this out, by the way, and he got dragged to no end for it. A guy by the name of Minister Louis Farrakhan. He said the exact thing you just said, Tiff, and he got dragged and dragged and dragged till there's no tomorrow.
Who drug him?
The Jewish community, for starters, because he said they're bloodsuckers. They come into our community, open businesses in our neighborhood, take our dollars, and then take it back to suburban neighborhoods outside of none of these people that own these corner liquor stores or own these corner markets or whatever. None of them live in our nail salon. None of them live in the hood. None of them live in the communities. They won't even put a trash can out front.
But that's true, though.
And then people, they always live in the suburbs. They lock up their businesses on 14th and M Street, Northwest and Washington D.C., and they hop in their car, in their little SUV out back, and drive over to Northern Virginia to a really nice neighborhood. And then they made all their money selling oodles or noodles and marijuana paraphernalia to black people all day long.
So what's the fix for that? The fix for that is if we are going to vote for Joe Biden this time around, we need to go to Joe Biden as a group and say, listen, we are tired of these people coming to our communities, opening business and taking the money outside the community. We need loans to open businesses. I need a loan to open a gas station. I need a loan to open a corner store.
Yes.
That's what I need from you.
I'm going to write a letter. Just by you just saying that, I'm going to write a personal letter. Because after I vote, and I'm going to be like, I need a loan. And I'm going to send a letter to you. I'm going to CC you, and we're going to see if he's going to get back to us.
Well, you should. And you know what? I think that's where we fail. We vote for politicians and we don't hold them accountable. But remember, the president is not the one. Yeah, he's the big dog. It's the local politicians, the ones that you really.
I'm going to send a letter to them too.
When I was driving down the street about, I guess, 8 miles from where I live at, and I go down to the hood because they got some good Jamaican places down there. I get my Jamaican food once a week, right? So I go down to the hood, and I'm driving, and my car is doing like this. Boom, 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 boom. I'm driving on this bumpy road, and I look over to my left. There's a new detention center they just built, a big multi-million-dollar jail they just put up in the hood. I don't want to say where I live at on the internet because I don't want anybody to know where I live at, but they got a new jail, put up, but the road is. I go, wait a minute.
But you can build a
Y'all
jail,
just spent all this money to this multi-million-dollar jail complex to the whole, people, but you can't even freaking smooth the road out on the street where the jail's at. Y'all spent. You mean your budget was only to put up a multi-million-dollar local detention center, but you couldn't freaking fix the street that the jail is on? You know, and that's the local part. That's not Biden. That's the mayor of the city.
Right, that's the local politicians,
The
the
local
local political
politician.
people.
That's what you got to write the bitch at about the street being bumpy and the potholes and all that stuff. You know, but yeah, you still write to the president though and let him know your issues. You know, I voted for you. I plan on voting for you again. But hey, what you gonna do for me?
What you gonna do for me? Right.
Yeah, like Janet Jackson. What you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately? Dun, 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 dun.
Exactly.
We have someone checking us out on YouTube, up and running. But this comment sounds very familiar, but I'm not going to say anything. And their response to what we're talking about is, come on, guys, it's all your fault. You have to pool your money, but you can't even get along with each other in general.
Well, that's most people, but we're going to put in the universe that we start working more together.
But all those businesses, they go to the bank and they get loans.
They get loans faster than we get loans.
Money. It's not a matter of pooling money. They all get loans.
And they get loans. That's it. You can't tell me a person that wasn't born in this country, come here, let's say 12, 15 years ago, and you talk to these people that go, yeah, I worked 2, 3 jobs. You know, I got a loan and I started this business. I'll tell you a perfect example. I go to this restaurant not too far from where I live. An Indian guy runs it. And I chat with him and his wife. They're very friendly when I go in there. You know, I'm a regular customer at them. I always go get the Indian food and eat it. I like the food, you know. And I get to talking to the guy. He knows what I do for a living, you know. He knows I'm an entertainer and I travel, all that sort of stuff. We always talking. And you know, and he tells me, he says, yeah, I came here and I worked 3 jobs and all this sort of stuff. But I got a loan and started this business here, you know. And he got a loan. That was the magic word, you know. I got a loan and started this business. And you know, and you just think about all the African Americans in this country with good credit that still can't get loans. With good credit and can't get loans. For the person that watch our show and think that said we need to pool our money together, do your homework and research how many African Americans in this country get turned down for loans that are qualified for these loans. Home loans, business loans, and still get turned down. There was a thing a few years ago where they sent a homeless white guy into a bank for a loan, and they dressed him up. He was a homeless white guy. They put him into a bank, and they sent a qualified African American male in to the same bank, a guy who was college educated. It was all a setup, and can you believe the college educated brother was turned down for the loan? And the guy that they had dressed up, the homeless guy with no credit that they had in the same bank got a loan. Google that. That story will pop up.
But I can tell you the recent study that was done, well, not recent, at least a few years ago, 30% of white people that apply for business loans get it. Only 7% of black people that apply for loans get it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And people from other countries can get it. They get loans faster and opportunity. I think that's my friend called it. It's a part of their reparations that they get,
you know, especially
the Asians.
And this guy up and running that says that black people need to pool their money and we can't get along and all that stuff. There's so much racist stuff coming, and there's so much stuff coming at black people. It almost starts to seem like you're complaining because nobody wants to believe that this is possible. There's no way you guys can be dealing with all this shit every day. So it almost starts, but nobody this guy doesn't believe it.
And this gives us anxiety. You know, every day when we get up, I pray for my nephews. You understand? I pray for black men because every day they get up, they are always a suspect. And it's messed up that they have to feel like that, but that's a part of life of a woman worrying about black men. You know,
that's why Nikki Haley was able to say what she said on freaking national television in front of millions of people, because there's people out there that believe exactly what she said.
Yeah. because they don't live in our world. They separate themselves from our world. And remember, if they don't know, a lot of these people are ignorant. They don't know our history, and they don't choose to know our history. They feel like we should get over it.
I had a friend of mine. He's a comedian, and I consider him a good friend. You know, we're pretty tight. You know, and back during the George Floyd thing, when black people were getting shot every freaking other day for being handcuffed and running and stuff, and he said to me, he goes, and it shocked me. He goes, "Well, why do you guys have to run all the time?" He goes, "You guys, why do we have to run?" And I was in a state of shock. I couldn't believe he said that. Like, here's a guy that I'm like this with, a white man. We're boys, right? And he goes, "Why do you guys always have to run?"
Yeah.
It made me think that what Tiff just said. You don't live in our world.
Yeah.
And it also shows he sees you as one of those people.
And even if you run from a cop, a lot of times you're running because you're afraid. And even if you're running, that's not a reason to get 7 bullets in your back.
Basically. Yeah. Basically.
Running is not a death sentence.
No, it's
it
not.
shouldn't be, but it has been for many black men in this country. Running from a cop has got you killed.
Yeah.
You're not attacking a cop. Running from him has gotten you killed. Like you're running away. And most of the times, running away, a lot of these crimes have just been misdemeanor stuff. Like the dude they shot down in South Carolina, he was running away. They shot him 7 times in the back, then planted a taser on him.
Mm-hmm.
So and they got caught on video because a bystander saw the whole thing. It wasn't for that guy would have got away with the murder. That cop would have got away. He didn't though. He went to jail because they got him on tape. They got him on tape.
Yeah. You really can't do nothing now with everything being on camera. Remember no more than last year, an African man, he got killed by the cops. And when I was watching it, I'm saying to myself, he must don't know the history of white cops in America. He got out the car. He was like, "What do you want?" You looking at him like, "Get back in the car. Get back in the car." No, what are you do? Don't touch me. And then he runs. He takes off running. I'm like, "Oh no, don't run. They're gonna shoot your ass." He shot his ass and killed him. So my thing is, y'all have to know the history about policing here. And we have race. I just don't understand how Nikki Haley or people don't get it. Just Google it. They document everything.
Oh, that was Walter Scott I was talking about. I was trying to think of his name. I said his name. Yeah, Walter Scott was shot in the back 7 times for running from the cop, and he had got pulled over by a police officer because he was riding on dead tags. His tags were dead, and I pulled him over, and he just was scared, I guess, of just getting harassed or getting his car, whatever. He jumped out the car and started running away. And the cop shot him in the back 7 times. He died over dead tags. That's crazy.
Because they be scared. You don't know. What should you do? Run. That's why I tell my nephew, please don't run, because they shoot. I don't know what it is. Like you act like you can't find them. You got their car. You're going to be able to find them. You got cameras all over the place.
It gives them an excuse. I truly believe, and I truly believe this, I truly believe many, I'm not going to say all, but a lot of white policemen are waiting for a day to shoot somebody black. I believe that.
Oh, yeah. I believe it. It's a percentage of them.
Yes, and if you give them the slightest opportunity to start shooting, they're going to take it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not just saying that because I picked it out of the sky. I mean, I've seen it, where a black guy is running and then there's videos of white people doing worse stuff. I mean, we saw the video where the white dude was in the car. He had a gun. He told the police, "I have a gun." He told the police, "I will shoot you." Right? We saw that. He said to the police, "I will shoot you."
I remember that video.
And the police said, "Please, please don't. Please get out of the car, please." And the brother said, "I'm leaving. You guys are treading on my constitutional rights," or some other bullshit white line he put out. And then he just drove off alive. He drove off alive.
And they would have shot us. What she like? Taser, gun, shoot.
A black man telling the police they can see the gun on the console, and he's telling them, "I would shoot you," and he didn't get shot.
No, not at all.
And as
Hey,
soon as a
before we
cop pull up to us, we like this. Our hands is on the what you call it. We're not moving because we already know.
I keep my license and registration insurance in the top visor, so when the police pull me over, I would reach up, get my shit. I'm not.
Look, you already prepared. Look at that. You already prepared up there.
I got it right up.
You should do a class called "Prepare your license," your what you call it, and you grab it like this.
Yeah, you know
I
who
always put my hands out the window. Last time I got pulled over, I just put both hands out the window like this. Yeah. I got pulled over not too long ago. About 2-3 weeks ago, I got pulled over.
I keep my hands on the dashboard. You know, who taught me about the visor thing was dear brother, R.I.P. Preach.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
he told me just keep it up there. So what I do, I keep it up there. If it's night, I roll all the windows down. I don't care how cold it is. Every single window comes down. The lights come on in the car, and I put my hand on the dashboard. But now that I got it up there, then I make sure my hands are where you can see them,
Make sure y'all taking notes.
The things we gotta go through, man. I used to drive when I drive down south. And I still do this. I won't wear a baseball cap. I would not wear a baseball cap because I figured if a cop sees me and I got a baseball cap on, the chances of me getting pulled over is more than it would if I have on a fedora. So I always keep my baseball cap on, man. I never wear a baseball cap when I'm driving down in the southern states, man. I don't know. I get the I just think they stereotype brothers that wear baseball caps. That's
Yeah,
something in my
they
head.
do. Stereotype the
So I got my
baseball
hat on
hats,
like
the
Carl.
hoodies.
I get my fedora on. Yep. Hey, before we forget, I just want to give a rest in peace and shout out to the very lovely Milana Shaw, right? What's her name? Yeah. She had a song, "Go Away Little Boy." It was a big hit.
Which was dedicated to Kevin.
It was a big hit. She's a very lovely lady. I had a picture of her when she was young. Very beautiful lady, man. She's from California. But yeah, Melina Shaw. Yeah, she passed away a few days ago. She was 81 years old, but she had the great hit, "Go Away Little Boy," back in the day. So shout out to her.
How can I express to you the joy I felt when I realized that I had found the perfect man for me? The man who could make me feel all the things I felt a woman should feel. I said, darling, I want to be the perfect woman for you. I got myself a 3-year subscription to Essence magazine. Read it from cover to cover. You know I wanted to be perfect for him. I said, black is beautiful. Just keep getting up. Together we can make it. It's gonna be all right. Forget about what society says is or isn't, or what can or cannot be. Keep getting up. He quit his job. Came home one day with 14 mirrors, some Afro sheen, some Afro clean, some Afro fluid, some Afro do it to it. Gonna sit up in the room and look at the black beautiful. Check out the boy, mother's love, mother's love. I said, well, my darling, I hate to get in your business, you know what I mean, but what about a job? What about the gas and the electricity? Well, not that I am equating a job with your manhood, you understand, but you did have a choice in this. He said, I got to get myself together. I'm tired of working for somebody else. Maybe check out a small businessman's loan and open up a head shop. I said, but that's not bringing no money in.
Yeah. Yeah, rest in peace, sister. Yeah.
81.
81. She did well. She did well for herself.
Yo, let
So
me
she,
tell y'all something. Y'all still there?
Yeah.
So
yes.
did y'all see that my hood was in the newspaper?
For what?
Oh, what happened? Talk to us.
So this lady and son had a stab off. She and her son got into a fight. They stabbed each other. The mother wound up dying, and he threw her dog out the window.
I heard about that. I didn't know that was your neighborhood, though.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's my hood. I couldn't
Wow,
believe
I
it.
heard
I
about
was
that.
like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Wow, Tiff.
And it's not a black. I had to find out. I was like, was it black or white? It wasn't black.
That's still crazy. Wow.
And
That was
rest
your
in peace
neighborhood.
to the poodle. Like, and to the mother. It's just like, that's horrible. You would not think that people, I'm telling you, mental health awareness is serious, y'all.
Why
Please.
people always hurt the dogs when they mad? Remember Richard Pryor had that joke? Richard Pryor had that joke, and he goes, his wife was about to leave me. Go, you leave here, I'm killing you and the dog. and, the dog go, what I got to do with this?
What I'm doing with this?
What I got to do with this?
Yeah, it's just horrible. So just God bless. Like, people, please.
Tiff, at least I know I'm not coming to your neighborhood no time soon.
Listen, that was in somebody's apartment, and it wasn't even our people. No, but it's sad. Period. It's just sad. Like I said, it's sad, and we hope that people, please talk to your family members, and if something not right, please help them out.
So Scooby D2 wants to know if the poodle was black or white. He's making fun because
White poodle.
It was a white poodle, Scooby.
She was in the newspaper today because I know two people in the building, and I was like, please, I said, is it black or white? Who was it? They was like, Tiff, you wouldn't know who it is. So I saw her picture in the newspaper today, and I was like, oh my God, she's a white lady. We feel bad. And they saw a picture of her pooch. It was a little white, poodle and stuff. It's sad.
Hey, what was his argument over, Tiff?
I don't know. They got into a fight, a mother and son. The mother was 58 and the son was 36 or 37.
Oh, wow. They were that young?
Yeah, my mother called me from the hospital telling me about it. She was like, what's going on over there? I'm like, Ma, you're in the hospital. She was like, what's going on there? They said it's something happening. That's how I found out, because I didn't even know. My niece came home. She said there's cops all over the place. Yeah,
See, that's the problem. Most black kids have gotten their ass whipped so bad by their mom when they're young that they won't even think about doing that to their mother. we used to get our ass whipped.
Yeah, I would never put my hand on my mother. I don't know. When your children put their hand on you, that means something is wrong with them.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, there's some kind of mental issue going on there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It is a mental issue.
Yeah. So Donna had a comment about when we were talking about those people coming into our neighborhoods and us not getting loans.
The immigrants.
Yeah, she said we were still supposed to be enslaved, so that is the way they do it, by keeping us down. Yeah, they don't want us to succeed, pretty much is what she
they're
said.
bringing more people in so they can give them the jobs and take from us, and we still got to work extra harder. Yeah.
If they give us loans, that means we can start businesses and we can be independent. We don't have to depend on them. It's like they don't want us to be successful, but at the same time, they're telling us, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, pool your money, as the guy from YouTube said, up and running. It sounds very familiar, but I'll tell you guys who I think it is after the show. I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. Pool your money. They always want us to take the hard road. Everybody else gets to take the easy road, but they always want us to take the hard road. Nobody else has to pool. All those huge buildings you see downtown New York City, any city you go to, those are people that went to a bank, got a loan, and built those buildings. They didn't have that much to pool. So
right.
But
I hate when they say pull yourself up by your bootstraps. We done pulled ourselves up at least 3-4 times.
yeah. So, all right, we're gonna wrap it up. This show was supposed to be an hour. I don't think we have done an hour in the last 6 months. So it's an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So I want to thank everyone for checking out the show. We truly appreciate you guys.
Yes,
Donna,
thank
we
you.
appreciate you. Nicole Coach came in kind of late, but you know.
My sister.
What's up, Nicole?
Hey, Nicole.
Scooby D2, I love you because he starts commenting basically off the top.
Early.
Yeah. Before we get started. And Grandma Staley, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you to everyone else for checking us out. Before we go, as usual, anything, Kevin, you learned or you want to share before we take off?
Yeah, I learned to stay the hell out of Mississippi. And,
yes, me too.
Stay the hell out of Mississippi. And I learned that Malcolm X once said, if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. Wow. So, yeah. That came from Malcolm X. You want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. So all them knucklehead brothers who were on those clips, man, go get a book and read a book and educate yourself. You don't vote for a president just because you got a freaking stimulus check in the mail. You know, that's just not a reason to vote. And I'm not saying you got to vote for Biden because he's black. Because you don't have to vote for Biden. You don't have to vote for Trump. Well, whoever you vote for, please do your homework and your education and make a wise decision that's best for you and your family. So I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm just saying don't be stupid. Vote for Trump because you got Kodak Black out of jail. You know, so like you know, Trump obviously realizes that there's enough dumb brothers out there that's going to vote for him for getting Kodak out of jail. That's why he got Kodak. Because anybody think that Trump know who the hell Kodak Black is, you know, I don't even know who Kodak Black is. And you gonna tell me Trump knows who he is? Of course, Trump knows who he is. Okay, so yeah, I'm done.
Didn't Donald Trump say, "I love the uneducated"? He did.
That's what he said. I love the uneducated. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yes, he's uneducated.
Tiffany, anything you want to share or you learned before we take off?
Vote. You know, make sure you vote for people that's gonna do for you and for your community and where you live. You know, please do your education before you do anything. You know, you do have to know what's going on. You know, everybody just keep their head up. I want to send good health to my mom. You know, I've been going through a lot these past couple of weeks with my mom being under the weather. But she's, you know, God willing, she's doing very well right now. So definitely to people that's out there that's going through, I'm sending love and peace and blessings to you all. And shout out to everybody. Thank you again for signing in with us. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment and tell us what you think.
All right, great. And before we go, I want to shout out the Information Man Show. I want to thank him for everything he's done for us on this show. Yes. And please check out his show. He has a lot of great content. We both are along the same lines as far as content. We are all about helping the brothers and, you know, helping Black people move forward. Mm-hmm. So please check out the Information Man Show. And with that, I'd like to say thank you. Tiffany, you know, I love you. Kevin, you know, I love you very much. I'm going to go take care of my eye. I got an eye problem. I also got a jaw problem. My jaw, I was eating the other day. My jaw started clicking and then now it's like, I don't know if I unhinged.
We gotta have the time.
Carl, you sound like Carl. You sound like you got your ass whipped, Carl. Somebody beat you up. Let me know, bro. I'll help you out, man.
Yeah, this new year is crazy. It's like God.
I can't open my mouth because something's going on. I hope I don't have to get surgery, but something is not something is out of line.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out, brother. Find out what's going on, man. Are you eating healthy, man? You taking care of your diet?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm eating healthy. You know,
that could be the problem.
That could be the problem.
That could be the problem.
Too healthy,
I just had this conversation with somebody a few days ago, man, and we were talking about vegans and stuff like that. Yeah. And I go, I know a lot of vegans with health problems. Like a friend of mine, his wife is a vegan, and this chick is always sick, man. Yeah. And I'm like, is that really the answer? Because, I mean, did the creator really want us not to eat meat? You know, if you think about if you're into the biblical stuff, if you if in the biblical days they ate fish a lot, you know, and they ate, you know, none of those people are vegans. If the Bible's correct, nobody was a vegan in the Bible. You know, so I don't know, man. I'm just you know, because I thought about 2024, I'm gonna go vegetarian, I'm gonna go vegan, and then I start thinking, and I'm like, man, a lot of people, I know a lot of vegans that are having major health problems. I don't know if I'm gonna.
I would say I'm pescatarian because I still eat fish.
Oh, that's good.
The problem with the meat is a lot of vegans don't eat meat because they're animal. You know, they don't like the killing the animals.
Feel like killing animals, yeah. So it's not about the health; it's about saving animals.
Right, but for me, it's about the antibiotics that they inject the animals with.
They're not natural like they used to.
Right.
You can notice the difference in the animals, the chicken, the fruits, the vegetables. Everything is different.
Yeah, everything's big now. Yeah, yeah.
The pesticides, all of that stuff.
Right. That's why, you know what I mean?
So you got to be careful on what you eat.
8 weeks to mature a chicken. Now in like 4 weeks, you got a big full-grown chicken, big breast. You know, because the stuff they inject in the chicken, the breast gets so big, the chicken can't walk. You know, because it's so that's my reason for.
You got a problem with big breasts?
No. Absolutely. Only on chickens.
That'd be a problem. Yeah, man. Well, hopefully you do some research, man. Do some research. Get on YouTube and.
I'm all over it.
Yeah, man. And figure it out, brother. You'll be all right, man. We gotta keep you around, man. We gotta keep you around. So
yes.
2024, we all gotta stay healthy, guys. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Stay healthy.
We got work. We got work to do.
Also, mental health too. A lot of people don't know. Don't think that I don't be stressed. You know, I get stressed. I get anxiety. You know, worried about my family and stuff like that. So we just gotta find different outlets, like coming on here. It helps me. Yeah. Me still doing here on the side just to keep myself, you know, busy. Sometimes you need that. So I salute and enjoy the Black Therapy Show. Hey y'all, I love y'all.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Therapy for all of us. Yeah, no doubt. We're getting therapy being there. We talk about some very serious topics on this show, but it is therapy for us to talk about this stuff too and try to find solutions and things like that and help each other through each other's problems and stuff like that. So we're here for you, Carl and Tiff.
Thank you.
I mean, sometimes I see stuff and I can't wait to do the show so we can talk about it. Because you know, I feel better.
I couldn't wait to
I
couldn't wait to talk tonight too, you know, because last week, you know, I had to take her into the hospital. I was actually getting anxiety, like, oh my gosh, I don't want it to happen again. So my niece just texted me and said she's good. She's just watching TV. So far,
that's
so
good. That's good. That's good. I'm about to call my mom after the show and say hello to her. So yeah, we gotta. All right.
Shout out to your mom too.
So I'm gonna take us out with another 70s song, and then we're gonna go right into our theme song. So
sounds good. Let's hear it, brother.
Like birds of a feather, I won't tell no lie. All of the people around us, they say, can they be that close? Just let me state for the record, we're giving love in a family dose. We are family. Hey, I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing.
That pressure on those girls back in the day.
They look good.
Yeah, they look good. Yeah, those dresses were short.
Black trauma, we unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you had an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.